Well, the information that this is kind of like a known thing in Israel to do it to little girls, and that my daughters, of course, were not the first. Of course, my daughters were not the first because they're doing it to me. But honestly, it's more difficult for me to think about myself than to think about my daughters. Like obviously, you first think about your daughters, and it might. I mean, you might say that obviously. I mean, why should you think that? I mean, they only did it to your daughters. I mean, you always speak about like society and that trying to see things like from above, like from the general perspective. So I mean, especially according to this kind of like thought. I mean, that you always promote. I mean, it's almost like impossible that they did not do it in the past to other children. So yes, but it's not the same. To I mean, when people actually say it, I mean, to deduce it is one thing, but to like to understand it, I mean, it's I just say it's not the same thing. Like the deductions is not the same. It's not the same thing as actual people that say yes, it happened to us already. It's not the same thing. And in any case, this it only reinforces the issue of the United States. What can I say? It's everything leads to the same direction. So I mean, they follow me all my life, so they knew exactly what's going to happen. I mean, it was all like written in a book. Like I mean, like and again, this all of this is just reinforces what I've spoken about like in the last couple of days. That I mean, the the actual circumstances of my birth, like or how I reached Israel. I mean, presumably they're like very interesting because it's like an adventure movie, but it's actually not interesting at all because the decisive factor is that the United States, I mean, dictated this crime, and they should have known exactly what's going to happen up until that point. You don't need to be a prophet to know. So I mean, that the baby will be a child, and the child will be a man, and the man will marry and will want to have children. I mean, is it like you need to be a prophet to know it? And then so we will have children, and the predators will do it to their children. I mean, so what kind of prophet is needed in order to know that it's going to happen? It's like in a written book from like maktub, as they say in Arabic. Maktub. Of course, I mean you need the prophet for that. Why I mean it's like maybe it will not happen, but I mean it's like it's the obvious track of life, and like, it's normal in Israel. I mean, and also in any other place, like that the children grow up, become parents, and they have like they marry. They are married. They become parents, and if we didn't change like anything in Israel, so yes, it's the same predators, the same the same like the children of Satan. So I mean, everything is like you could have not only that the Americans know about it, but they could have and should have predicted it will happen. It's like even worse than knowing about a crime. It's worse than that. It's than knowing about the crime and not do anything like about it. It's I mean, actively creating the circumstances that will certainly, without any doubt, make the crime happen. Or in other ways, I don't see any difference between the people that allowed this to happen in the first place than the people that actually did it. It's the same thing. So I mean, there is no kind of new conclusion here. It's all like it's everything is just points us to the same direction again and again and again. That the United States should be destroyed.